Is this better? Okay. Hi, people. All right. Hope you guys are great. Happy New Year from me and Mr. Effiong. I feel like I took him hostage today to do this with me. I really do not think he has read my book, but he keeps saying that he knows all the stories. He's part of some of the stories, and he's been there from not from the beginning, but for a while. And so I've asked him to do this review of Now You Know Me Better. Do you want to model this? Like, yes. Okay. Yeah. This review of Now You Know Me Better with me. Yeah, so here goes. I hope you enjoy this. How are you today, Mr. Effiong?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Kiss. Okay, so let's talk about Now You Know Me Better. When I started writing this book, before we talk about the book, let's talk about the process. When I started writing this book at home, what did you think? What was going through your mind? Did you take me seriously? Did you think I was going to write a book, honestly?
When you started writing it, I didn't think it was going to turn out the way it did. You started off writing Instagram captions, really long Instagram captions, and I'm not a fan of long Instagram captions.
Yeah, a fan of what? Pictures.
Well, yeah, I'm a fan of just short to the point captions. And when you started writing your super long captions, I'm just like, oh gosh, she has started again. But then I started reading some of them, and they were actually fun. They were actually interesting. So when you told me that you were going to turn these stories into a book of short stories, I felt that would be interesting. I didn't think you were serious. I just thought it was an interesting venture. So you started, and right before my eyes, I saw you move from one step to another, from a few pages to a little more. And I remember telling you that, hey, you had to go all the way if you're gonna do a book.
Yes. Let me tell you guys. So I had written what I thought was the book, which was like 40 pages. 40 Word document pages, okay? And by the time you break it down to like a proper book, it's like 1.5 times 40. So anyway, I thought I had a major book, but he was like, no, you have to give people value for their money. You have to write. Yeah, she had like maybe 6 chapters or so, that you had expanded from Instagram. And I was like, I feel you have more stories, so dig deep and try to get something more. Give them more. If they're going to buy this book, then you want to give them more than they're even paying for. That's what I believe. So and that's basically what she did. She went into the recesses of her mind to dig out really cool stories that now in this book. Okay, so did you, I don't know if this is important, but do you think I've grown through that process? Like you're one of my hardest critics after myself, I think. But what do you think the writing of that book did to me? You being the closest person to me during that period, did you see like any character arc? Did you see any transformation? Is this question even necessary? I don't think the question is necessary, to be honest. What? Did you see any transformation?
I mean, the thing about processes is that whether we like it or not, once you go through a process, you're changed. As a storyteller, I do know that a good story never leaves the character the same. A character starts in one place and ends up in a totally different place. So I think this journey has changed you. Whether the degree to which you've changed is the question, but I don't think the question is whether you changed or not. You have definitely changed and grown.
A good story never leaves the character the same. That's deep. I don't think I've heard that. Did you? Is that an original, or did you read that somewhere? Did you? But actually, yeah, a good story never leaves the character the same. I actually love it. I'm probably going to use it in one of my long Instagram captions. But okay, so let's talk about Now You Know Me Better. What would you say is your favorite story in the book?
Well, my favorite story is, I mean, there's so many amazing stories here, right?
I don't think Daniel has read this book.
No,
I'm saying it now. January 2021. I don't think my husband has read this book.
No, I think my favorite story is, I'll tell you just now. Wait.
Babe, you keep saying you've read this book.
I have. What's wrong with you? I'll tell you my favorite story. That Blue Passport is my favorite story. That Blue Passport is my favorite story because I lived through the story and I experienced some of, the moments with you. Yeah. So I thought that was really true and it resonated very well with me. Another story that I liked a lot is I like the Yankari horror story. It was crazy. Yeah. I like those 2. Maybe 3. I also like, well, Now You Know Me Better is a classic. The first chapter of the book, fantastic. Yeah. I also like My Father Is Dead. That one touched me because I could relate to the story. I feel like we almost had the same experience,
childhood experience.
Yeah, childhood experience.
One,
yeah. Her father died when she was 8, thereabout, 10, 11. When she was 11, and my mother died when I was 5-ish, so it was, and being a child, growing through life and not having a parent alive comes up with all kinds of challenges, and as children we adapt quickly, and it's interesting the adapting mechanism that children have. It's quite interesting. You wrote that you tell people that, oh, your father is dead.
Yes.
To get favors.
To curry favor.
Yes,
yeah.
I did that as well as a
You
child growing up.
dead.
Yes, I'll be like, my mother is dead. It's interesting, but yeah, it's kind of silly to think of it now, but it's what happened. Is what happened to us, growing up, and it's kind of a tragic story, but is also very uplifting when you think about it, how far we've come, what we've achieved, in spite of the loss of a parent. It's a very touching story. You should read it.
Yeah, and I like what I wrote in the beginning. The quote that I got is not an original. I'll say that right now. It says something about... If I can just find it. No. Yeah. Okay, so it says, the only way to bear the unbearable is to laugh at it. Do you agree? The only way to bear the unbearable
is to laugh at it. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Make fun of yourself.
Exactly.
Like we're doing now, laughing at the fact that,
we lost our parents at young ages.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's talk about the Blue Passport quickly, and I think that's probably where we'll just end this. That Blue Passport, you were a trooper. Okay, so for those who haven't read this book, you should read this book, Now You Know Me Better, written by Toyosi Etim Effiong, speaking to you right now. And the final chapter is titled That Blue Passport, and it just talks about the experience of having a child, like everything that we went through as a couple to have our child in a country that gives a blue passport at birth. Okay, so citizenship by birth, and all that we did basically to get through it. Would you change anything about that Blue Passport, about the story?
No, I just think it's all the more interesting now, with the craze of
leaving Nigeria,
of migration, to the US, to Canada, of emigration to the US, to Canada, to the UK. I think young Nigerians have started to realize that they have options, and when you're skilled and you're talented, you want to have options in life. You want to be able to express your talent and your skills at the best possible platforms. And given the kind of country we have in Nigeria, it almost feels like your options are limited. And the system almost frustrates you into thinking that this is all there is to life, you know. And then I believe right now young Nigerians are starting to push for more and starting to say, you know what, we deserve better.
We deserve better. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and against that backdrop, it was this story written where we're like, yeah, we should give our children better options in life.
Yes. Because sometimes I felt trapped by my passport. I felt cheated, you know, by my passport. I know that there are more. I feel like I would have had more outlets. And again, I'm not one to blame anybody. I'm just stating the fact. You know, I heard, and I've said this so many times, I heard, what's the Ghanaian preacher?
Mensa
Otabil. You know, he just talked about how, you know, being born in certain countries, just, it almost gives you a leg up in life automatically by the mere fact that you have that passport. I have friends who have gotten doors open for them simply because they had a foreign passport. You know, the job required a lot of traveling and they just had the right passport for the job. And I feel like those are jobs that I probably would have qualified for. In fact, what am I saying? I have been called twice now. Once I was supposed to go to Switzerland, like, oh, are you able to go to Switzerland in 2 days? And I'm like, no, but let me apply for for visa, blah blah blah. And so then no, it has to be. And then another one was to South Africa. You know, like, are you able to go to South Africa next week? And I think there was even another one to some country in Europe. And these are like media organizations reaching out to me, asking if I can represent them there because there's supposed to be some meet and greet or all these exchange kind of thing. And I wasn't able to go because I didn't have the right visa. And some of these visas, they will be like, what, 3 months? So it's not even about stocking visas in your passport, you know what I mean? It's those visas may expire before you even need them. So yes, I think that blue passport is just one that is dear to my heart. I'm really hoping my children can tell a different story with their dual citizenship, albeit, but I'm really hoping they won't have to like just make it happen that their own children have to have go out of their way to have, well, they won't really have to struggle since they already have the passports. And now I'm probably just, I know you get me, but yeah. So why should people read Now You Know Me Better?
All right, people of the world, you should read Now You Know Me Better because because this is a book of amazing short stories, all curated by this lovely lady here.
Who am I to?
By my wife, Toyosi, Etim Effiong.
Yes.
I think they know. Do you guys know she's my wife? Is there anyone in doubt?
Maybe they don't.
They don't know.
I don't know. Let's not assume. Somebody may stumble across this video now simply from watching it.
Y'all don't know that she's my wife?
A toothpaste ad, babe. Seriously.
Okay, sorry. Okay, cool. So read this book. The stories here are amazing. It's a page turner. You get to know more about the complexities of living life in an African city, in the largest African city in the world by population. You get to know about a brilliant young creative living in other cities of the world, brilliant young African creative living in other cities of the world. You get to learn about marriage and getting married to someone in the public space, such as myself. You learn about our challenges, you learn about beautiful moments in our lives. You also learn about not to get swindled by fake prophets. You learn
that one
about what to do when you get lost in a games reserve, like Yankari. You know, I think this is what do you call it? This is
a must read.
Not a must read. Something you must have.
A must have.
It's a must have.
And a must read.
It's a must have. It's a must read for travelers, for young people, for dreamers, for creatives. Get Now You Know Me Better. Okay? You won't regret it. You're going to enjoy it. Or I'll give you your money back. guaranteed.
Okay.
Call me.
Don't see.
I'm gonna
Please.
give you your money back if you didn't love this book from the first page. Take it from me.
Please, yeah. I don't know about that. Alright guys, thank you. And yes, I hope you enjoyed. Please send in your reviews. If you buy this on Amazon, please leave a review on Amazon so others can see how amazing it is. And if you buy it off the Flutterwave store, just drop your reviews as well. And yes, you can leave your reviews in the YouTube, in the comment section below. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. See you soon.
And watch out for Now You Know Me Better Volume 2. She's working on that already. It's going to be mad, big, explosive. Lots of secrets are going to be let out of the bag.
Okay, thank you. Bye.